yesterday.
He's just unstoppable. Jordan Rakai back with a new EP. He only put out an album a hot minute ago, and that is Bruises. Okay, so welcome along to Soho Radio. I am joined by my live guest, and I've got Manny in the studio. And Manny makes music as Bad with Phones. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's
Thanks
a pleasure
for
to be here.
Thanks for coming in, because you're a London crew.
Yes.
Representing where?
Southeast.
Southeast, yeah.
Deptford.
So actually not too far to come then.
No.
No.
Yeah, kind of Waterloo.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, boom. Here you are in the studio, chat about all things music. So I guess like a lot of people might not have heard of you because you're fairly new.
Yep.
There's been a mixtape and then there's this new single which
Yes.
we're going to play. So like, tell me about your origin story, Manny.
My origin story. Oh, well, it began 2000 BC.
Yeah.
No,
How did you start? Like how?
I started
Yeah, I
playing
mean,
music.
yeah.
I grew up in a household that was a Christian household. My dad had a church.
Mm-hmm.
So I think music was always around, always in the house. I always had like instruments at home as well. So even though I didn't play at that time, I always had access to it. My brother played the drums. So I would just, he would be the guy in church who everyone sort of gravitated to. I was like, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That place, that section over there is getting a lot of like energy and love. So I was like, I was just like,
Yeah.
when I was young, I was like, that's cool.
Let's do
I
it.
like this.
And what instruments were you picking up? Was it like piano or guitar, or what was the first?
I think I took piano lessons. I think the first ever lessons I got was like piano lessons, electric keyboard with the loop drums in there. And I had a tutor that came to see me. That didn't last too long though. And then I just sort of completely went off it.
Yeah.
And then, I just found it again. I found the bass guitar again, and it's kind of a wrap from there. I just kind of got lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that how Bad with Phones came about then, is sort of like finding it again, and the bass, was that the sort of driving force of starting to put together, I guess, like a handprint or like what Bad with Phones is going to be?
Well, I mean, the bass was a really long time ago. It was more so, I started like playing in bands. I got into the bass, started playing with bands, and then, then I started writing. So I started writing for like friends of mine, which was really good because that hadn't been something I was doing at the time. It's kind of a new thing. That kind of got me into just like taking on personas and just like songwriting. So I did that. I did that for a while, and then By the Phones just came along. I had my own songs. I would write some stuff, but I would also keep stuff for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of made sense. After a while writing with people, you kind of lose. It's kind of like they kind of just dropped the ball. So I was just like, no, Manny, if you want it done, do it yourself.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Sometimes it's just like the easiest way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
and especially given the context of the last 2 years, like you can't really be relying on other people.
You got to go and get it.
Yeah, exactly. And Bad with Phones, I mean, that instantly I was like, that's a great name for like a musical alias. I think a lot of us feel that. Very bad with phones.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, where did that spark of inspiration come to call it that?
I was just like, had my like branding hat on. I was just like,
Oh, let me think about the brand.
it was just something I was personally going through, of just like being so obligated to my phone, and not having, it just became such a chore to like be on the phone and, receive calls and have to communicate with people, and it just caused me a lot of anxiety. So, one day I was just like figuring out what name I was going to use for this new music I was working on. And that was like, out of like 20 or so, maybe, that was the one that just stood out. And like you said, everyone's had a moment with their phone, So it was just like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
I'm going to run with this.
Gets to the point where you just like, I just got to stick with something, right? You just go. If you're not questioning it, it's just, it's the one. so hard. I think it's like the hardest thing in the world. Finding a name.
I
these
love
days.
names though. I feel like I've cracked the code of like finding names.
Yeah.
I love names. If anyone needs a name, come to me.
Yeah.
Give me names.
Like a name. Yeah. Idea Factory. It's good. Tell me about the new single. So, I mean, we'll play some stuff off the mixtape as well, but this is what caught my attention listening to the new single, Living and Surfing.
1, 2. 1, 2.
1, 2. Do you know a band called TV on the Radio?
I do not.
Do you not? Oh, interesting.
Excuse me.
I think I just the kind of the riff. Waving.
Matt does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, amazing. And that is what, like, I just played like this track and I was like, oh my God, this is giving me TV on the radio in the best possible way.
Oh, wow.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
You might be like, oh wow, there's like some kind of synergy with this track particularly, with the kind of sound of it or something, or your voice on it. There's a few things, but I was like, yes, this is great. Tell me about this track. Like, how did this one? Because you were living in Berlin, right?
I was living in Berlin. This was probably my second trip to Berlin, and I was a bit more comfortable with it, and I'd found my people I would like work with, hang out with. Yeah, and this one just came out with like me and my boy Marius, who also has a great band name. It's called Torn Pork.
Torn Pork.
Torn Pork. If you write it down,
and
you switch the words around, it's really funny.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so write it out.
Write it out for, what is it?
Like,
Torn, T-O-R-N?
Yeah, T-O-R-N, and then Palk, P-A-L-K.
Okay.
You could probably do it now in your brain. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I was with Marius, and yeah, we were skating and stuff, and just like, I was going back to his, I was crashing at his at the time, and we were just making stuff. And that was after I did Marinade, so it was just a whole other energy. Every time I go Berlin, it's always the energy is just like full on. You just like, you come out and it's just like hits you. When you're in the same like in the same place for too long, things don't really attract you the same way. But when you go away, it's just like, well, you immediately get a response from where you're at, and that was it. It was just, Berlin always just kind of allows me just to be not the person I think I am. Yeah,
it's such an amazing city. Like,
great.
I'd only ever been in winter, which is it's a completely different place. It's so kind of brutal and like industrial and amazing.
Yeah,
and freezing. Yeah. And then my friend lives out there, and I went out a few summers ago, and it was like just full summer, and I just was like blown away.
Best summers out there. Yeah.
Oh, it's a completely. It's just, and you're right. Like, it's just alive with like people and music and people having good time, freedom, and like, it's such a great place. Did you check out Berghain?
Oh yeah.
you got in. Good. Home. Yeah, I got in. I only went once, and I got in, and I was like, I got past the face patrol and was like, yes.
That walk is harsh.
Yeah.
The walk of shame is like deadly.
Luckily, I was with a mate who lives out there, and so I think he kind of like, he spoke a bit of German, like we were wearing all black everything.
All black, resting bitch face.
Yeah,
we're getting in.
Yeah, and we got in, and we kind of had that little moment of celebration when we were way past the doorman. Yes, and it was phenomenal. Like it was just a Sunday night, and we spent most of it in Panorama Bar, because down in the full burger was really heavy techno, which was great, but we kind of would dip in and then
usually people
then stick up in Panorama Bar, and it was like the best night ever. It was like Kink back to back with one of the guys from Inner City. It was just like, it was bananas. It was so good. Very good time.
Very good time.
So how long did you live in Berlin for? Like a couple of years?
Yeah, I lived there a couple of years. I think almost 2 years altogether.
Yeah.
So I did some stints back and forth.
Cool.
Yeah. I just went out there. I was working in London, and I just needed somewhere to go. Just like, damn, I haven't been on holiday anywhere. So all the guys who DJ there would usually go down to they would usually go to Berlin, they would usually go to Berlin to like DJ.
Yeah.
And so I was just around that. I was hearing that all the time. So I was just like, just gonna book a ticket.
Yeah.
It's super cheap, So I just went, and then it was wild.
And this track came out of it as a kind of love letter to Berlin.
Yeah, to Berlin, exactly. Yeah.
We should hear it.
We should hear it. Let's listen to it.
Let's play
Living
it.
and Surfing.
So this is Living and Surfing, and this is Manny in the studio, and the musical alias is Bad with Phones. Go.
1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Living and Surfing.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, so yeah, you could have done like a live live vocal over it. Just a new version for the world. But no, that sounds so good. That sounds really cool. Like, tell me a bit more about the production on it. Like, was that you just playing loads of different instruments and just playing around, or did you work with someone on it?
Yeah, I went with Marius on it. I mean, yeah, it was. I think how did it start? Music started with a bass line, just like, and then Marius played guitar, I played bass. And I think we had the drums in last.
Yeah.
That
That sounds
I think we had I think I had the lyrics. It was lyrics, guitar, and bass.
Yeah.
Bass, guitar, lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you finish it fairly recently?
Yeah, we finished it that same day.
Really?
It's done.
Yeah.
It was done, and we shot the video like a couple of days after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so much energy around it.
Yeah.
I think we both felt it was just like, let's just go.
Yeah.
I went to go see his friends. Say my name, who are like video directors, and we just ran out of room for the whole day, and it was in.
And you pleased now, like people can you see people kind of connecting with it and listening and like feeling it?
I was so stoked about this song. I wasn't too sure how it was gonna like fit in with the rest of the sound, because it's quite different from the last project.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm glad everyone's just like loving it.
Yeah.
I can't have some more. It's great. It's so cool.
Like, this is the direction.
Yeah.
This is a good direction for me. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's time to go back to Berlin and do some more.
Do some more. Have you played this live at all?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I'm gonna play it live on the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
New Cross Inn. Yeah. We've been working it out how to do it and stuff, and it's gonna be fun.
What is the live setup?
The live setup at the moment is myself, of course, Finley, who is DJing, Finn, big ups Finn, and my bro Paul, who's on bass. Yeah. Bass and synth.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
super small.
Yeah.
Little trio.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are expanding soon.
Yeah.
And come out to the show to see what it's like.
Yeah. Valentine's Day.
Bring your hobbies.
Yeah. Go date night.
Yeah.
Valentine's date night.
Actually, Bad with Phones.
Why not? And so you've got a few live shows coming up, haven't you? You've got that, and then like 2 or 3 others.
And then I have Jam Supernova on the 16th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love her.
Which is,
She's amazing.
Jam is amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. We went to the same school, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I was a year above her.
Oh, that's really
So
cool.
crazy,
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, Jam's awesome. We're doing Jam at Soho, at Shoreditch House.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a gig till about maybe the 27th, maybe. So quite a while, a bit after. But yeah, I mean, in between that time, I'm probably just going to be working on stuff.
Yeah, working on new stuff.
Yeah.
So the mixtape that you put out was the first kind of like, I guess, project EP mixtape. It was a mixtape, right?
It was a mixtape, yeah.
And yeah, tell me, like, I guess, I don't know, I think with you, like, there's like a real intimacy in it. It kind of feels like snapshots of time. It's like, you don't really hold back on stuff. It's like, there's that intimacy that comes through. Was that like a deliberate thing, or just like, just how you approach it?
Yeah, I think it's just how I approach songs. I think the process for me with a lot of those songs was just like me and a guitar. Yeah. So I think that kind of feeling conveys, even with the production around it. I think that just that relationship, sitting with a guitar and just like saying what you need to say is always quite raw and, gets to the crux of things. I like that. I like that about music. I like stuff that can, hopefully, things that I feel that I know I'm pretty sure other people are feeling, and just being able to like create a platform for that, for that emotion to live.
Yeah. And tell me about Marinade. There's a few tracks on there. I want to play Refrigerator in a sec.
Okay.
But yeah, tell me a bit more about working on that EP and like what it, I guess, meant to you, because it's your first thing out there in the world.
Yeah, it was great. Marinade is such a great process. I think the first song I wrote on Marinade was probably Needles. And then I wrote Needles and a couple others. And then, it was just like, okay, I want to put something out, but I want to put out a body of work. So, I was pretty sure, having all the prior experience to working with people and stuff, I was pretty sure what I wanted to do. So, I did Needles, and it was just like, okay, cool. Write some more, get some other songs down, and stick it on this project.
Yeah.
It was a bit. How long did it take? I don't know. I mean, Needles was written like ages ago. It was written like 6 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should play Refrigerator.
Refrigerator, yes.
Is there a story about this one? What? Yeah. What?
Refrigerator is just about just steez,
Yeah.
It's just like, It's like, yo, I'm ice cold, baby. Refrigerator, yeah. Just about, it's about steez.
With that, let's hear it.
All I see is signs, all I see is signs. All I see is money, signs, all I see is signs.
So that is Refrigerator, Bad with Phones, my live guest on this month's show. We've got Manny in the studio. So nice. It's so nice to be able to do it live as well, because there was a long time where we obviously couldn't have guests in the studio.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's really nice to like properly meet you and chat and get into kind of the music. Did I read that you're an ex-hacker?
I am an ex-hacker.
Well, gotta know more about that.
Okay, well,
not often like my guests are ex-hackers, and why the ex?
Yeah, because it's you got me in big trouble. Well, I say ex because it was a while ago. I was in school.
Yeah.
And I was just basically the nerdy computer kid at school who could just like hook your computers up. They would people would have like unlimited. People would have like limited space. And I would sell people unlimited space so they can play like Age of Empires and like play video games that they wanted on their laptop. On their computers.
Yeah.
I would do worse things like go on like the teacher had to so when whiteboards came out and whiteboards were like the thing, and I would like go on my computer while the teacher's on their whiteboard and just completely like not like lock off their mouses, open like weird like bad like web pages and shit. The teacher would just be like panicking, like losing their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Technology rebel without a cause. Like that takes school pranks to a whole new level. If you've got the intel to be able to do that kind of stuff, like proper, that's like Matilda stuff. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like full blown, like
magic.
Let's really, really do what we can to drive this person completely nuts.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was
so
fun.
when did you hang up your hacker? What would you have? Your hacker keyboard?
Hacker keyboard. Yeah. Running around with my mouse.
When did you hang up the mouse?
When school was done.
That's cool. And new music. We're going to play another track off the mixtape when we say goodbye, because I'm wrapping up at 4. But new music. What are you writing? What's coming next?
I'm writing loads of stuff. I can't really say much, to be fair. It's kind of all on the wraps.
Yeah.
I'm definitely working on stuff.
Have you got a little studio like set up at home, or do you go to someone's, or like?
I have it set up at home.
Yeah.
I usually go to a studio in Kentish Town, and I go lots of studios. I just have sessions with people, work on stuff at home. And for me, like the journey of finding songs is really about finding songs. Like. You can find them under a table. You might find them open in the fridge. You might find them under someone else's table at the studio. It's really a search to find, an emotion, that you want to try and convey. So I really try and embody that and just like literally go out and search for a tune. It's kind of sporadic.
There's a lot of Bad with Phones coming in 2022.
There's a bunch of bad phones coming.
Great.
I'm setting myself up. Oh my God.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Bad with Phones. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on
Spotify.
Spotify,
Apple
of
Music,
course.
all
Yes.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's finish with Ghost. What can you tell me about this?
Ghost is another steez.
Yeah.
It's talking about, it's got Deptford in it, where I'm from. It's also got the lovely Karina, Starry Karina, who put a verse on for me, which we're really happy about. I'm glad she was involved in the track. And yeah, she smashed it. Yeah, and she stole my phone, so Karina, give me back my phone. You little.
Still got it.
Still got it. Crazy. Like, what?
He says, holding a phone.
Yeah, my like 10th phone, you know. Jeez, I need my 5th phone back.
Well, you really are bad with phones.
I'm
Come
terrible.
on. Karina, give the phone back.
This is a dummy phone. It's not even real.
Well, it's been such a pleasure having you in. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me, George.
Yeah, everyone check out Bad with Phones music. And this is another taster of it, Ghost. Thank you.
Thank you.